Bowser's Fury. How'd you guys like it? Love it, like it, hate it, meh.
You're talking about, well, I mean, no matter what, it's love it. Bowser's Fury is honestly one of the most impressive things for a multitude of reasons that Nintendo has done with the Mario franchise. I made a video on it yesterday.
I didn't want to watch it. I want to hear your thoughts live.
No, it's crazy. Like I wasn't really expecting it how it ended up being, even though like you saw the trailers and you saw it was an open world thing. And it's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize it was a seamless open world that contained absolutely no loading whatsoever. I didn't realize that level structures were baked into the world itself.
Yeah.
The world itself is dynamically reacting to the Bowser's Fury section because there are sections where Bowser has to attack you in order to get the cat shines that are hidden in some of the areas, and just how it looks. Like it look like if you're riding Plessy when Bowser's Fury hits and like he's throwing all the shit at you, like all the lighting and stuff, it looks fucking fantastic. Like,
yeah,
it is brilliant, and it plays nothing like how I thought. I thought it was going to essentially be Odyssey's engine as far as character movement and platforming and stuff, but it's not. They literally took the Super Mario 3D World style and then just like, well, fuck it, we'll make it a full-on 3D thing instead of a more, linear progression. So I was absolutely blown away by it. Yeah, it's short, but fuck, man, it was so good. I didn't 100% it yet, but I'm going to start working on that, I think.
I haven't completed it either. I'm about an hour in, but I echo all your thoughts. I had no idea that you just keep walking and you're like, oh, this is a level. And you walk a little bit more this way. It's like, okay, now you're in a new level. And those levels actually have like more than one objective. I was so surprised that every time like you revisit that section, it's like, okay, well now there's like a Shadow Luigi you have to catch. I'm like, what?
Yeah, there's like 5. There's I believe it's 5 per level.
Yeah, from what I've seen so far.
And then there's also random shit. Like you'll just see like a random rabbit in the middle of the ocean on a little island, and then you got to go capture him. And then like that's a shine that you get, and things of that nature. But yeah, like it's varied in how things work out. I honestly hope that they expand upon this format. I would love to see a full game like in this style, because I think there's a ton of shit you could do with it. And hopefully that's what Nintendo was sort of teasing with this is seeing how people's reactions would be towards it, because I mean it's kind of the next logical step in progression. Like, yes, we've had games like Super Mario 64, and then you have games sort of in that style as far as, yes, it's open, but it's essentially a hub world. And Galaxy used a hub world. Odyssey, it's still pretty much a hub world inside of your little thing. Yeah. Whereas this, there is no hub. The world is the hub.
Yeah.
And I think that's the next progression for 3D Mario games to sort of, stay fresh.
It felt like a stew of every Mario concept that we've ever seen, like perfectly meshed together. When I was in, I was like, oh, this feels like Mario Sunshine here. And I was like, oh, no, it feels like Mario 3D World. Oh, no, it feels like Odyssey. It just felt like the perfect fusion of all the 3D Marios we've seen up to this point.
I agree.
What do you think, Greg?
So I haven't played any of the Bowser's Fury portion yet, but this is my first jump into Super Mario 3D World. I own it on the Wii U, but I never played it, and I was meaning to play it, and I just never got around to it. But even for me, it just feels so at home on the Switch. And I watched it was a Donkey was talking about it in a video, and just some of the mechanics, like the camera and stuff like that too. But one of the things he talked about was, the biggest misstep, I guess, for 3D World was launching on the Wii U, and I think that's very true. It was very before its time, and especially being isolated to the Wii U console. But I'm glad that it feels the way it does, it plays the way it does, because I mean, already, I was playing, the first couple of levels, and I was like, man, I could really just sit here and continue playing. and this is too easy to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And even for the 3D All Stars, I didn't really get grabbed back into those games. But one thing I will say is like I played the shit out of 3D Land on the 3DS, and so I think that's why it resonates so much with me. And I'm kind of sad that I didn't jump in sooner, but I'm really liking what I've played so far.
Well, that's another thing is 3D World itself has a lot of variety in it as well, especially when you compare it to the game I always beat up on in the Mario franchise, which is New Super Mario Brothers U or New Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe. Like within like the first 2 worlds, I feel like you get more variety in terms of levels than you do in the entire experience with that game. There's Boo Houses, there's the Captain Toad stuff, there's the weird shadow level where you get that little surprise, which I actually, and the thing of it is that I played that game. Did I review that for Gaming Truth? I feel like I might have.
3D World?
Yeah.
What is Gaming Truth?
If you know, you know. I didn't. I did not.
You were at Nintendo Enthusiast at that time, sir.
Was I? In 2013?
Yeah, because I think...
Oh, man, it's that old?
Yeah, it came out in 2013.
Okay, no, you were...
I think I came over to Nintendo Enthusiast at about 13.
Well, Greg did a trailer write-up on it.
I did. Good Lord.
But... Fuck, where was I going?
The review, you made a write-up, a lot of diversity in the early levels, more so than Mario U.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was just a game that, unfortunately, let's see, I even did because I did reviews. I did a review on Deus Ex on October 21st, 2013. I wonder why I didn't review that game. Huh. Anyways. Huh? Yeah. Anyways, but yeah. Great game back then. Still a great game now. People bitching about it. Need to shut the fuck up.
I'm surprised how much I forgot about this game.
That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, I forgot a ton of shit because it was 2013, the end of 2013 when I played it.
Like I remember on the Wii U, I made it pretty far. Like I was trying to complete that game, and I was in the final stretch. And the fact that I completely forgot what you're supposed to collect, like in the first couple levels, I was like, what is this green star? I was like, oh my God, this is the crack that got me addicted to the original on the Wii U. Finding all the stars, finding all the stamps, getting to the top of the post on every level. Like the fact that there's so many goals in every level, I completely forgot about that. So I'm like, I'm like, what am I doing again? Like I remember like the first few levels, like the actual levels, but I forgot that where this game really hooked me was the fact that you kept going back to find all the secrets. And I remembered, I'm like, wasn't there like a secret in World 1? I was like, oh yeah, after you like beat all the worlds, you can like unlock a special thing in World 1. I'm not going to spoil it, but and then there's a secret character and there's like all these things that you can unlock later on. I was like, that's what hooked me in this game. I have to admit, though, I am struggling a little bit with the controls. I got so used to the Mario Odyssey controls where like you're a little bit closer in, you got a little bit more of a tighter range on Mario. This one feels a little bit more, I got to get back there. Like that isometric view is throwing me off a little bit right now. I just got to get back into the flow of things. Are you guys struggling at all with controls or no?
No. I just kind of got used to it. Like it definitely feels a little faster, and it also plays into the more isometric locked visual style of the game as opposed to other games. But
like I see a Goomba coming and I'm like, oh my God, can I actually time a jump on this thing? Because I do not have that comfort yet of properly doing it. But so far it's been good. My platforming has been a little sloppy compared to how it usually is. But no regrets. I can't wait. Like I'm going to play through this, both of them. But I'm really excited to see like how much. I'm not at the point where I can say, if someone asks me Bowser's Fury, how much would you pay for just Bowser's Fury? And I want to get to the point of like, okay, let's isolate these two as like different packages. You've been in it, Sean. So like, what would you put if you had to put a price on Bowser's Fury to just buy
at the end of my video, I said it almost you can make a potential case that it justifies a full price.
Wow, really?
Even though it's a short adventure,
Yeah.
what you get in that adventure is just awesome. I feel.
Well, I feel if you're a Mario fan, you need this.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like the thing is, when the fuck was the last time you played 3D World? You got your Wii U sitting out there, your tablets all charged up and shit. Like fuck off, man. Like,
do we need to bring Mr. T on this? Mrs. T on this show again?
He is a rare occasion as far as that is concerned. If you have not played the game within the past year, I will give you all of 2020 to have played Super Mario 3D World. If you do not play it, then buy it again.
Yeah, no, it's a good pickup.
Yeah, it always kind of surprises me, that they keep finding success with like some of these I mean, it's not a remaster, but reissuing games for the Wii U, because in a way that's Nintendo recognizing the failure of the system, but there were good games, and like I said before, it feels so much at home on the Switch, and it's kind of a shame.
Yeah. By the way, Treon feels called out. He still plays his Wii U regularly.
Well, see, I mean that's fine, but you are not.
2 exceptions now.
I mean that's not the norm.
No,
it's not the norm.
It's not. But to your point earlier too, I do think that this could work as a future entire fleshed out Mario, and I don't know if they're going to lean in fully. Because, Captain Toad, I feel, was kind of an experimental thing they put into 3D World. And then they're like, oh, people love this. Let's make a full game out of it. And now they've got this Bowser's Fury concept that they've put in there again. It's like, I would imagine it as you have this massive open world. So Bowser's Fury is all about you're kind of on an ocean, an open ocean. And the more you...
A lake. It's a lake.
Is it a lake?
Laptop. What is it called? Laptop or something like that?
Lake Lakitu? I don't think it's Lake Laptop. Can't wait to go to Lake
PC.
Lapcat. Lake Lapcat. Excuse me.
Okay, so it's a lake, and every time you fight Bowser, as you progress, more pieces of the land pop up, offering you more levels. So that's one theme, and I feel that if they had a full game, what you could do is you land in a zone. Let's say it's a desert or a snowfield, and it's like that. And the more you fight a boss, these things pop up. And then eventually the boss leaves that region, maybe goes to the moon or goes to, I don't know, a volcano land, a city, and then you get into a cannon and you shoot to that area. And then again, it's another open world. So multiple open world, I think is how I would see a full fleshed out game in this style.
It's like Monster Hunter.
Yes.
I mean, they can do that because let's say each world that you visit, you get 3 hours of content from it. And then it nearly doubles if you want to 100% everything. So you could do 5 worlds based on that. That's 15 hours of basic content.
Yeah. Or if you want to go super crazy, Breath of the Wild treatment. Have a massive world with the different geographies all interconnected. And hey, as Mario, just run from the ice field all the way to the volcano field, and no load screens at all. They could pull that off. I don't know if that'd be interesting. That could be different. And then
would you like that for a Mario game like that where you could go and beat the boss right away?
Well,
I don't know if it would necessarily work though.
Yeah, I think a world. I don't think you would do it where you can fight the boss right away. I think it would be the same style where the levels unlock and progress. But then I think of a massive Breath of the Wild style open world with just Mario type platforming everywhere. That would not be an interesting world to run around in. So maybe it wouldn't work.